my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a different setup for this week's check-in of The Artist Way, or shall I say the last 2 weeks. So I decided that I was gonna basically I'm on week 6, and I felt like by the time that I'd reached the end of the week, I didn't feel like I'd fully given myself to that week. And like I felt like I hadn't done the assignments, or what are these things called? Not assignments. The tasks. I feel like I didn't do it to the best of my ability. So what I ended up doing is, also to just ease some pressure off of myself, what I ended up doing was just extending week 6 and just making it 2 weeks instead of 1 week. And I don't know if that like breaks the rules or whatever, but that is what felt good to me, so that's what I did. And I do feel a lot better about what I was able to do. Like one of the things that was a task was to throw away or give away pieces of clothes, and I did that. I love reaching a point where I want to throw my clothes out, because that just makes me feel like, okay, I feel like I'm growing, I'm changing, I'm evolving, and that felt great to do. Let's see, what else was kind of fun? Well, while I'm doing this, I'm not gonna, let's not be so formal. Even though I'm putting these out and I'm like posting these, it is ultimately like a way for me to just talk and express myself and get myself back comfortable with the idea of sharing my thoughts and my feelings. So yeah, I'm like, whoever watches these and it helps you or you relate to them, I think that's awesome and that's really cool. But even if it's just me watching them for like whatever reason, I'm cool with that too. So recovering a sense of abundance was this week's task. And I was actually, when I just read this again, because I haven't picked up the book in a couple of days, but I forgot that this was the week of abundance. And I just find that so funny given how I'm ending or wrapping up this week, which is, I've been noticing myself, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, bless me. Okay. I've been noticing myself being a bit more lenient with the way I spend money and the things that I do and just what I allow myself to have, and like all these different kind of things. And I just find myself being easier on myself and allowing myself to enjoy like simple things in life that I feel like I haven't allowed myself to feel like I deserve to experience. So I feel like I've been going through that this week, and it's resulted in me redesigning my bathroom, which is like my project right now, and I'm so excited about it. I feel like I just wanted to make my bathroom feel like the tropical island that I can't yet get to. But one day you're gonna find me on an island. But I just figured for now I'm just gonna turn my bathroom into an island. I bought a new plant. It's called a pink angel Fittonia. I bought a new plant. So, and then I planted some plants that I had. Now I'm just going on a tangent. Okay, let's do the check-in. How many days this week did you do your morning pages? Have you used them to think about the creative luxury for yourself? How was this experience for you? I did morning pages majority of the days. I feel like I might have skipped a day or two. But I've been enjoying morning pages lately. And I feel like what I've noticed is that writing the morning pages have turned into like me kind of writing poetry again, which is kind of cool. And it just reminded me a lot of when I was in high school and I was writing a lot of poetry in one of my classes. It was a creative writing class, and one of the assignments was a poetry book, which I feel like I want to find that. But yeah, it just reminded me of, you know, high school poetry. So I find that interesting, and I've allowed myself with the morning pages just to remember, like, this doesn't have to have any kind of structure. This could be just whatever it is, whatever comes to mind. And yeah, I like how it kind of opens up a conversation with myself. So yeah. Number 2, did you do your artist date this week? Have you considered allowing yourself to oh my gosh, that's so ironic. What did you do? How did it feel? So I feel like I did multiple things for my artist this week. One of them was I went to the library and I read a whole book. Now, I mean, I kind of started skimping through it at a certain point, but like I read pretty fast when I concentrate. I can read pretty fast. And it wasn't that thick of a book. It was maybe like it was probably like this thick or something. And even that was a crazy experience, which I know that that's going to be a question. Yep, I'll answer that in number 3. But so yeah, I did the library. What else did I do? I know I did something. I'm blanking right now. I mean, I've been doing a lot of shopping for my bathroom. Like, that's a little project that I've been doing by myself. I feel like that kind of feels a little intimate. And when I think of date, I think of like an intimate thing with myself. That's what I think of when I think of like my artist date. But something that's also like partially creative or fully creative, whatever. I don't know why my mind is kind of blanking, because I feel like I did some other stuff, but I definitely did the library and reading at the library. It was very beautiful. So that leads me to question 3. Did you experience any synchronicity this week? So I experienced crazy synchronicity at the library because the book that I was reading just so happened, like, I was looking for a completely different book. This kind of thing happens to me often, where I'll be looking for something completely different, and then this other thing will just come, but still kind of be what I was looking for in a way. And I'll give you an example. So I had stumbled back on these videos about Will Smith's memoir, and I really love reading memoirs, especially from people who are within the realm or within the field of entertainment. And so I was like, you know, I just want to see real quick if they have the book. I didn't think that they would, because I know that it's a popular book, but I just want to check. So I'm just thinking, like, in my head, I'm like, Smith. I'm looking for Smith, the last name Smith. And I don't find it. So I just started to walk out of the library, like towards the direction out. And then I see this book that catches my eye, and it's like on a display. It's not even with like all the rest of the books. And the title catches my eye. And as I'm reading it, it was just hella things that were like reflections of my own experience, or experiences, I should say. And at the end of it, or I don't even know, it might have been today when I realized this, but that author's last name was Smith. And I just thought that was so crazy that I was looking for the last name Smith because I was looking for Will Smith. And then I don't find it in the Smith section or whatever. So I start to walk out, and then I see this book on display separate from the other books, and don't even notice the author's name. And then when I finish reading the book, their last name is Smith. Now, I'm not like, I could be reading into that. You know what? I'm gonna validate myself. I think that that's kind of freaking crazy and cool and magical and whatever. So yeah, I thought that was hella synchronistic. And yeah, I've experienced other synchronicities, like whatever, same old story, same old stuff. Were there any other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? Describe them. Honestly, I had a counseling session / therapy session today, and I made a breakthrough. She said, like, she was talking and I could just feel something shifting. Like, it was just such an overwhelming like rush of, oh, like, it just blew my mind. But ultimately what she said led me to really think about, I think it was last week when I was talking about how I have come to, like, I enjoy being alone, which is true. Like, I do enjoy being alone. And this is also a lot of what that book that I read yesterday was kind of focused on in a way. But it's like, I do love being alone. I wouldn't say, I don't know. What am I trying to say? I think that I'm used to being alone. Like, it's something that I have accepted. And ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly when my phone died. And I actually did try to go back in and record the end of the video, but that actually didn't even end up saving. So I'm just gonna assume that whatever I was gonna tell you is meant for me to know and not for you guys to know. So on that note, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you later.